New routine too. Welcome to horsemanship. This is part 2 of getting the horse ready for saddle. As the first part, you saw me trying to get her softened up to the bit, introducing the saddle, which in this case really not fair, but she has had a saddle, so I just, unfortunately I had to go through, show you the steps. And you know me, I sort of like using the horses that never been that way before, but right now I can't. So right now I'm going to do my prep work for mounting her, and I'm going to start here at the rail. And she's been through this a little bit. Now mind you, some horses, like as soon as I back off here, get over ahead of them, they're allowed to be running backwards. So what do I do? If I knew they're going to do that, I'm going to have a longer rope, and I'm not going to try to hold them. I might put a little pressure on there to stop movement of their feet, but not enough where it makes them panic more. So after they relax, I'll bring them up back to me. So I'm going to take, I just got a little broken lunge whip here. I'm going to put my hand to the side. I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. She moves, I quit tapping. So, and then I'm just going to pet on her. I do this, I got to show ways for y'all to do this at home, because I got horses I'll usually do this with. And if you've been watching my videos through the years, you've seen me do it. Now right there, she's pretty good. I might just push it a little bit more. Tap, tap, and there. Get her in position. While I'm up here, I can pet on her a little bit, and got my rope here between my leg and the panel, so I got a hold of it. So if something happens, I go to the rope, not the bit. So I might go ahead and grab her mouth a little bit while I'm up here. Of course, right there I dropped the rope. Wait for that give. Right there she give. Get hold of my rope again, because let's say she panics, I don't want to be pulling on her mouth. She's getting soft and I want to keep her that way, so I want to be able to do this. So I might go ahead and tap that way, get her to move that hip. There, she moved a little bit. I quit tapping, tap again. There. And no, we haven't did the other side, so there we go. Every time she makes an attempt, like right there, she moved away from that hip. The whip. I quit tapping. There we go. Like right there, she just rocked some weight to this outside hip, so I quit. Any sign of change. Bring her up here, like right there. So I'm just going to slowly bring her up. And pet on her. I need to say she likes her head petted. Bring her up. She's getting confused right now. She thinks, wait a minute, you've been up there and I'm supposed to go to the inside. So, I'm going to be patient with her. Right there, she moves. I take, even though she's not in my position where I want her, she's still over here. She's not facing that way. So I don't care if she's right there. That's a place we can start, because I'll just pull her forward a little bit. Get her up here. and we just pet on it a little bit. Encourage move, take a step. There we go. You know, get at a place that you can build on. Don't be asking for too much at one time, because I can walk down this rail and get where I want. In other words, what I do on one side, I won't be able to do on the other. So get over here, you might tap her again. Now I'm in position. Like I said, she'll probably do exactly what she's doing, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep at it. Good. Now I'll just bring it forward again. Then we just get up here and start petting her again. You know, from here I can bounce on the saddle, I can do all kinds of things. And move it back over where I want her. Now there's a little video, and yeah, the guy did some training, but he had his horse saddled up, come run through a pasture and lined up to the horse trailer, and the guy got on him. This is how you start. It's not that hard. Now, if you want to do something like that, like they're back there, have somebody around with a bucket of grain, and you know I don't preach it, a bucket of grain, and like every time they do this, feed them. Have them out there, have somebody here call and whistle for them. At first you might have to pull them in, but let them have a bucket of grain. Then after a few times you whistle for that horse, or me, I say yep, because I can't whistle no more. They come up running, and if they're saddled up, if you're standing next to a trailer, it's not that hard. You know, the guy did do some work, I'm not saying that, but it's not that hard. The guy was dedicated horseman, he put the time and effort to get his horse to do it. So I gotta give him credit for that. In this way, you know, they'll learn. I mean, I'll keep doing this with her. Like whenever I'm gonna teach her, like I'm gonna move over to mountain block now. When I get to this mountain block, you know, and then after a while, so many times of doing that, she'll start associating me being above her. And as soon as she does, she's going to throw that hip, whatever I'm against. If I'm against the rail, she'll move that hip to the rail. If I'm on the mule over there that Cindy's on, she's going to get that hip and line up to me every time she sees me above her. For us older people, that's nice. You can find things to climb on. So from here, I got to stand next to a mountain block and start doing this from the ground. At first, I prefer using a mountain block or 5-gallon bucket, whatever you got handy, manure bucket. And we're just going to get the rope off my foot and get up here, put some weight. I got a little pressure here on my inside rein, so if she does something, I got control of her head. And we're just going to stand and pet. Stand and pet. Back down. Now, right now, you notice I just went to the ground. I did not completely took my foot out of stirrup. So I'm going to step right back up. Then we're going to step down. And we'll just back away. And we keep doing that. And I'll do, while I'm up here, I'll do little things like shake my stirrup and that kind of stuff. Now this side I'm not going to worry about mountain block because we are on time limit. So I got my inside rein a little bit taut, enough I can control her, get my leg up here, skip the position, stand up. I'll pet on her. These first few times on a horse, I don't care if they move or not, per se. I want to keep them quiet. and I'll just concentrate on her flexing. You know what that bit is. But when she starts getting comfortable, she's going to move off a lot more relaxed, and it's going to take less for me to get her moved. So now just bounce, get up, put my foot over. I got hold of my inside rein there. Just sit up here for a little bit, pet on her. Right now I'm not going to ask her to do anything. Then I'm going to grab my right rein here and get off and get back up. Now let's say she goes to move. I see so many people at this stage, they step down and reapproach them. No, I'm going to put my weight over here so I don't get thrown in the well. And I'm going to keep her head, and as soon as the horse stops, that's when I'm going to step down. Because in other words, I want to train this horse. If you stand there, you know, the pressure will be off of you. But if you keep moving, I'm going to keep that pressure. In other words, the wrong thing's going to be, I'm not going to reward the wrong reaction I'm looking for. I'm going to reward the right action. And if she stops, that's when I'll step down. And let's say you got a horse that's jiggy at home. Number one, learn how to mount the horse. The chances are that's where it's coming from. And don't stop when they're getting jiggy. Just do just like you would a green horse. Just do one side at a time. When their feet stop moving, then step down. Then go to the next step. I know we had that one clinic, her horse was jiggy just standing here, and I'm watching her handling the horse, and she got it. She got the routine. She was making her horse jiggy. She wouldn't leave the horse alone. As soon as she stopped, instead of just relaxing, and the horse was, hey, I'm doing what I'm taught. So finally, after 2 days, she got the idea, and she left the horse alone. It's amazing, the horse just stood there. So from here, you can tell what I'm going to do. So, you know, I'm always work that inside rein. And then when I get up, I'm going to stand straight up along that horse's body. I got my weight on my hands, so I'm not pulling on that horse. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up her nose. Pick up her nose. This is all I'm worried about right now. Her flexing. I'm not going to put no pressure on her. From here, what would be a normal routine, if I might get off of her again and do it again. And I'm going to grab her, ask for a vertical. She gives it. I give it back to her. Right there, she's fighting me. I'm not pulling no harder. I just got steady pressure on her mouth. So when she does the right thing, the pressure is off of her mouth. And we're just going to sit here. I don't want her backing up off this bridle yet because my body's not riding backwards. There, that was really nice there. So we're going to go back, flexing her again. A lot of this stuff, like I said, if you got a safe enough horse to do it in, and the weather's bad like you've been here, I can do all this in the barn. I'm going to release a little bit. And then she's holding that head there. I'm going to pull. I'm not jerking. I've got a steady pull going on. Because if I'm jerking on the horse, that's why I don't like the seesaw method. I can't release my pressure when I need to release it. But with me just steady pulling, like right there, see, I quit pulling. She's still giving, and she's coming around to my hand, but I quit pulling. But if she went to straighten her nose out again, she would hit the end of that rein and come back. So we're going to see, I'll go back and forth. I'll work on a vertical, lateral, and then I'll go back to a vertical. But right now I'm not going to work too much on a vertical. That was nice, so I'm going to release. So from here, like I said, I never take nothing for granted. I might pick up, look at that hip. There we go. Wait for her to move that hip. Move that hip. See, I'm not going to worry about moving, using my whole arena right now. I want to get all my tools. I might roll my spur right there. Yeah, right there I bumped her because she's biting my leg, trying to. Ray, just, never mind. Well, we'll show that. Now, let's say she's starting to get a little bulky on me. Come around here and just walk at her hip a little bit. And that's one nice thing when you're doing it together. Back off a little bit so I don't have to worry about you. Now just walk to the hip. Get that hip to move. Come on. There we go. That's it. Yeah, don't get too close. There we go. Alright, do it again. You know, instead of me sitting here, I'm going to cue her at the same time. Go ahead and give her a tap. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Now right there I just used Ray a little bit. I cued her at the same time that Ray asked to move that hip. Alright, I'm just going to roll my spur a little bit. There. Bend her the other way. There. I'm going to grab her a little bit. Just, like I said, I'm one step at a time. Because right now it wouldn't be fair for me to do a walk. Now I could if I was in a round pen or even in here. I could do a walk, trot, and lope, but she don't know what a stop is. Man, she's a 3-year-old. You know, so I gotta be careful on how I do a one-rein stop because she won't have her balance. And I haven't schooled her on one-rein stop. So right now I'm gonna do that, but I slowly turned her. I didn't just yank her down, get her to settle down. I slowly turned her. So we're gonna get her feet moving again. We're just gonna leave her alone. I'm gonna extend my fingers, my shoulder and my elbow, and slowly pull to my middle section. Slowly, people. Extend everything there, reach down, and slowly pull around. Because as you're seeing, I can stand here and flex her day in and day out, and she'll get real soft. But when your feet start moving, it's going to like, oh, what? I don't know how to do that. So I know that, so I'm just going to patiently, you know, but instead of them being completely not knowing about it, it won't take as long because they'll have a cue. That was a lot better. She kept that head down lower, and she gave to my hand. Her feet stopped. So you pick up. Now right now I'm letting her go about 4 or 5 strides. Then I one-rein her. You know, the best way for y'all to do is count to 5 and shut them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach down. And slowly pull around. And pull. See, when I pull here, I'm getting in the way of that shoulder. I see so many people pull here. This horse can run there to all the way down the end of the arena like here because I'm not getting in the way of the shoulder. So I come here. Some people say, well, you flip a horse. No, if you do your homework, take it one step at a time, you don't. You don't do a one-range stop without schooling the horse to what it is. That's like me pulling a buggy on a horse that never pulled a buggy. Expect it all to go right. There. I might move that hip a little bit. Yes, move forward again. Pick up. Look at that hip. Bring her out. Now we're going to add more maneuvers to it. We're going to pick up. Move that hip. Move her out. Pick up. There, she's fighting me a little bit, so I'm going to keep my hand steady. Now that time we didn't move her out because she went to back and pushing on that bridle, so I just went back to one rein. Now if she was soft, I would have moved her out. She wasn't ready for me to move her out that time. Pick up again, move that hip, move forward. Pick up. Move forward. That time I didn't move that hip yet because her nose was up. I want that nose down. So I might grab her just a tab and release. I'm not asking for a stop. I'm just asking her to come to my hands. No, because right now at this stage, if I want to stop, I'll just pick up and do a one-range stop. That's it. Now, the reason I encourage everybody to look at the hip. When I look at this hip, all my weight is going to this side of my hip. Because that's just the way everybody's bodies work. Now, see if I get her move a little bit, I'm going to stay that way. And Cindy gets the shot on my butt. If you see there, see I'm opening this door so she can move that way. And I'm shutting this door by looking at that hip. Now I don't have to. I can just do it without looking. But my job is teach y'all how to do it. And instead of y'all getting confused and everything, good girl, just look at the hip. It makes it a lot easier for y'all. I'm out to have y'all to succeed, not fail. I want to like this girl. She's really a talented horse. Yeah, like I was teasing Ray the other day, I told him, I said, guess I need to buy me a pair of show chaps. But anyhow, so that's, going through the steps. And actually, if you do your homework and really get a horse light to the bit and everything on the ground, it will go pretty smooth with probably 75–80% of horses. But you still, as Larry Mahan once said, I told him, I saw him and I said, Larry, that's everything we talk about is fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, and I got a kick out of this, he said, there are some horses out there just going to buck. And he just looked at me and smiled and said, yeah, but it's fun, isn't it? And I looked at him and smiled. I said, well, yeah, it is. So that's my story for today. So people, take one step at a time. Let the horse dictate it, but don't get so caught up. Oh, the poor horse is not ready. Don't let that be your excuse, because I've seen a lot of times the horses are ready, but the person isn't ready. And do not be worried about, I have to re-say that. Don't worry about making a mistake. This horse is more forgiving than you think. Unless you get this horse hurt or really be something stupid, the horse will forgive you at the end of the day. So like I said, this is the end of part 2. It all went smooth and I'm happy. She's happy. And I always say, people be true to a horse, they'll be true to you. This is a fine example of it. But you got to be true to yourself. And sometimes it's hard, believe me, I know. It's hell when you got to practice what you preach. Cindy's back there rolling her eyes. Anyways, to my kids, my grandkids, and Cindy back there behind the camera, well, Shayla, Kate, God bless, take care.